7 days a week, even during the winter months. But just when they're making progress, a severe rainstorm shuts them down. Little do they realize that this is just an omen. There is much worse to come. It is now late November, and the brutal storm that has shut down construction of the world's tallest, fastest roller coaster shows no signs of letting up. The deadline of launching King Dakar next spring is in serious jeopardy. Every day the rain falls is like watching thousands of dollars go down the drain. One crew is supposed to be working on the mammoth 139-meter tower that stands half done. The other team is trying to finish the 39-meter high Camel Hump Hill. But work is at a complete standstill.
We've been pushing hard to complete the tower as early as possible so that we can avoid days like this for any of the high work. As you can see, there's nothing going on in the air. It's rainy and windy.
At these extreme heights, the danger from the heavy rain and winds is magnified. Moving around on dripping wet steel is inviting a fatal slip. The delicate task of maneuvering heavy sections of track into place is out of the question. Down on the ground, the picture isn't getting any prettier. The rain has flooded the foundation of the hydraulic room that will house the coaster's launch system, the heart and soul of the ride. The crew has extra work to do, pumping the water out. The clock is ticking, and it seems the hole just gets deeper and deeper. Finally, after a lengthy setback, the storm abates. The crews will now have to work overtime to try and claw back the lost time.
Mother Nature's not been very kind to us. We've had problems. We've had a lot of rain. We've had a lot of wind. Yesterday we had fog so bad we couldn't see the top of the tower from the bottom. The cold's not so bad, but the wind is killing us. We're behind where we want to be, but we're working hard to get caught up.
A few weeks later, it appears their frantic pace has paid off. The 950-meter-long track is taking shape. They're nearly halfway there. The team is about to achieve an important milestone. The topping off of the Camelback, the second highest point on the coaster. This 39-meter hill is designed to give riders a last burst of airtime, lifting them in their seats as they crest the Camelback and head for the finish. Its completion gives the crew a boost in morale, but they know they are a long way from the finish line. Looming in the background is a reminder of bigger challenges to come. The completion of the record-breaking 139-meter tower. If they're to have any hope of finishing the project on schedule, they need to top off this main tower by year's end. Time for a reality check. There are now only 20 shopping days to Christmas, and the crews break for the holidays. They have more than 30 meters to go. Every meter higher, the more difficult the task becomes.
Right now, with days like today, it's a bit in question, honestly. We're going to keep pushing hard to make that happen, give everyone an early Christmas present, but it's going to be tight, really tight.
Then, almost on cue, Mother Nature intercedes. A wicked winter storm blows in. Temperatures and the spirits of the crew plummet. The wind chill is 26 below zero. The force of the winds is too strong, grounding the cranes. Once again, progress on the main tower is frozen. They have no option but to wait out the storm. Throughout December, work on the tower moves in fits and starts. The storm eases. They rush to the cranes and attempt to secure another piece of track in place. Then the winds pick up, and the vicious circle begins again. It's a frustrating, expensive process.
Anytime we have a hiccup or a slowdown in the field, it's an awful lot of money and time wasted.
As they move their way up to the 120-meter mark, they are in hallowed roller coaster airspace. Only Top Thrill Dragster, at 128 meters, stands between them and the record. Engineering at this altitude is extreme. There is one silver lining. The unfinished structure is standing solid against the full force of the storms. Not too far from the New Jersey coast, King-Dakar has to be built to withstand hurricane force, over 160 km/h winds. For extra reinforcement, there are catwalks that serve as lateral braces in the arch of the tower. As the workers look down from their perch at 121 meters, the magnitude of the project begins to sink in. In spite of the setbacks, they are now only one rung in the ladder away from topping it off. Now only 2 shopping days until Christmas. There is hope. They schedule the topping off of the tower for the last week of the year. Once that last piece is bolted into place, King-Dakar will take the title of the tallest roller coaster in the world. But the New Year's celebration isn't to be. Another cold front moves in and the crews are sent home for a bittersweet holiday. The only thing that is clear about King-Dakar's schedule is that making their April deadline to launch the ride will be an uphill battle. And every centimetre of progress will be hard-earned.
We've been trying to get it topped out for a little while now, and weather has been pushing us back between wind and rain and fog. We've been having a rough go of it.
The topping off will have to wait until the new year. When it finally happens, it'll be the crowning moment in coaster history. If the final arching piece of track is even a centimetre off on either side, the tower will have to be reconfigured. With the eyes of the media and coaster fans watching, will this, the most important piece of the puzzle, be a perfect fit? The hopes of the engineers and the fate of King-Dakar hang in the balance. Engineers are working overtime, trying to top off the soaring 139-metre record-breaking tower of King-Dakar.
We're going to have to make the top first.
And capture the title of the tallest roller coaster on Earth. It's now mid-January 2005. A horrible run of winter storms has delayed this critical event by nearly a month. Today, the engineers are determined to make it happen, no matter what the weather. The crowd gathers early in the morning. The media has been invited in force. Cameras and eyes are trained on the top of the structure to witness this historic moment when King-Dakar is crowned the king of the coasters. Unfortunately, there's a new dilemma. Fog is looming all around the top of the tower. The crew can't believe their bad luck. This is a delicate operation, and visibility for the crane operator is essential. Will the engineers have to send everyone home and reschedule yet again? They decide to go for it, hoping the fog will lift just long enough to fit the final piece in place. The crane team concentrate on what they call the pick. When they lift the crowning piece of steel track, it must be at a precise angle and level. It's a long way up, and the choreography must be perfect.
So when we set the top piece on, we may have to push those track pieces out just a little bit to allow us to fit in properly. It can go very quickly, or it may take up to upwards of an hour or two, depending on how difficult it is to fit the